Welcome to Ignite Podcast. We accept each other. Welcome back, everyone. And today, we have a very interesting topic. If you cannot guess, look at my shirt. Zoom at my shirt. Three loves.
One cannot see one.
Cannot see me? Okay, let me explain. Red is me. Yellow is him. And black is him. You know why? Let me explain. Because I'm passionate like fire, red. He's banana, yellow. Black because we can't see him all the time. We accept him as invisible. Thank you.
Really?
Hey, your joke doesn't work, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. Today our topic is, we're talking
About love,
about relationship.
Really?
Yes, as specifically,
Between three of us?
no, between
What
Christians and
is there between
non-Christians.
three of us?
Brotherly relationship,
Can you let me finish my introduction first, my brother?
He's the one who's chipping in.
Yes, then you don't interrupt me anymore. Thank you. I don't know why I'm the youngest here, but I need to stop these two people. Anyways, as I was talking, speaking, saying, today's topic we're talking about relationships between
A Christian and a non-Christian.
a Christian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christians and non-Christians are in
Thank
general.
you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Juma Belanga cannot use you.
I must use 1 to 1 ma. 1 to 2 or 3 different cases.
But actually, I want to ask what is so interesting about this topic.
Yeah, lor, why?
Because a lot of times the church might have a wrong perception or the wrong understanding behind why this kind of relationship might or might not be encouraged. And it is often being used as an excuse for certain people to do certain judgmental constraints to make life easier for the church itself.
In summary means?
Means
People abuse
means people that love each other cannot be together.
Oh, yeah.
In a context of if you are Christian and non-Christian, is it what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then what is the problem? Then get together lah. Thank you.
Right,
This is the end of this
Maybe-
segment. We'll come back next week.
Maybe is it maybe because of in the Bible or even in the Old Testament saying that you must marry in the same group of people?
I think that might be the reason, but I think what Victor here is trying to say is that the church or Christians, are we talking about Christians? Right?
Yeah, generally.
Generally are using this, or parents or whatever it is using this as an excuse to, I don't know, control, to limit, or to forbid their children or their church members to find non-Christian partners.
Wait, forbid.
Forbid.
Yeah.
You know what is forbid or not?
Wait, 禁止. Wait.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
I have a question. I never seen this before, to be honest.
I
I
see
never
a lot.
experienced this before. I mean,
You
people around me. People around me. I haven't
Okay,
seen-
okay.
Have you?
Okay. I have listened to stories from struggling couples before where they receive feedbacks from other parties in their circle of friends or in their social circle that has imposed unrealistic expectations for them.
Unrealistic
Like?
expectations like what?
For example, they do not really look into the salvation of the party involved. Rather, they just literally want them to be baptized and confirmed.
So they
that's
just
it.
want to convert them, is
Yes,
it?
they just want to
Yes,
convert without
yeah.
actually letting that thing be led by the Spirit itself.
Okay, means just to fulfill the list, just to move on with their
Yes.
relationship or get married or get into wedding and so on.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's my people that surrounds me are mostly non-Christians, and actually non-Christians are, I don't know. I just feel like they are not really keen to looking for a Christian.
I do have this experience, like friends or listening on. If you are Christian, you should get a Christian partners. Or I have seen how they like a Christian and they married to a non-Christian, and then how they end up at this point, what struggle they went through after having children, even moved to different countries, and right now still got some struggles because of this conversation and debating between the couples until 10 to 20 years.
If you have children, would you forbid them or control them for having or limit them not to, or advise them not to have non-Christian partners?
This is a very good question, you know.
Right.
I never think of that, because I
know.
always just think of my position. If I have children, will I forbidden my children to have relationship with a non-Christian, I will not forbidden, but I feel discouraged, and also when my boy or my girl never told me about they got girlfriend. So I would think that maybe they have not really talked through because I foreseen certain issue they might face in the future for about direction when they are having different faith. So yeah.
Okay. But would you use it as an excuse though? Think
Excuse-
carefully. Like it's easy for you to just say that you cannot. And also, you're giving an assumption whereby you will like this partner.
That's a
If
different
the partner come in with,
that's a different thing. Or whether you're Christian or non-Christian, I might not like you.
that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's harder to like if the person is non-Christian.
Are you?
Plus,
Okay,
I'm just saying.
that's the thing that we notice sometimes. The moment the partner is a non-Christian, they straight away go to the scale of not being liked already, compared to being likable.
Okay.
And why is that? You know, that's I think the gist of it. Because to be honest, I have been listening to not really feedbacks, but how the parents have been relaying their concern is more towards a bit of an assumption of the person just because of their stand on the faith.
Okay.
Like they do assume that if they are not Christian, they are wild kids outside and they will be a bad influence to the children.
Okay.
Those assumptions coming in.
Yeah. Very true.
What I felt like this conversation is going towards why parents having so many misconception or so many ungrounded expectation of how kids are today without if they are not Christians. Is it grounded from this?
For example, if for example, Lavena grew up in 16 years old, can she get a boyfriend at the age of 16? A Christian boyfriend?
Why not?
if it's a non-Christian boyfriend, eh?
Cannot.
Why not?
Oh, 14 years old?
Why not?
So age is not a problem.
Now, eh?
Okay, if now she is with someone of her age, why not? But if it's, no. But
The
if
way
it's
you got
this
approved-
guy, confirm cannot.
This guy, not even you lah. The police also will come and catch him lah. You sure or not? You say so sure.
Yeah,
No,
lor.
because when she's young, her understanding of love, and when we are of age, understanding of love is different. For her, it will be a very naive kind of love, and if you ask me, it would be something important for her upbringing, for her to understand.
Then why can't
Like
Christian?
even now, she kept saying that she wants to marry her brother or even her uncles and stuff like that, because her concept of love is just staying together with someone that she loves.
Ooh.
And she never really segregate love as in like
Makes sense.
boy girl, those kind of relationship love, or
sense.
just the generic family love. I'm not looking it only for the parents in the church context. Of course, parents always have a responsibility, and one of the teaching of the Bible as parents is we must make sure our children are brought up in the right teaching and in the right way of life.
Yep.
But the thing about it is this: how come even some church elders or even some church youths themselves have grown to have a misconception or a misassumption that Christian is holy, non-Christians are evil?
You know why?
Why?
You just answered yourself just now. You said that we have to raise our children in the right way or doing things, yeah. And then you say that I don't know why now parents not doing things like we are holy and people are not holy. That is exactly why it's the problem, right? It's like, we are doing the right way, non-Christians not doing the right way. Isn't that really the problem?
Yeah.
You want to disagree? You want to disagree?
What do you want to say?
What do you like that?
Why? What do you want to say?
I'm processing actually. Continue,
Processing,
please.
Right? I think that is
He wanted to defend, but he know you shoot him back.
Continue first.
That's why I'm saying you can't. I think that is the biggest misconception. I'm not saying raising kids in a Christian way is wrong. I'm just saying there's always this superiority in let's say parents or in Christian ourselves think that the way they do things, the right way is our way. Any other ways are the wrong way, which is not right, I think. And unfortunately, this has bled out to a lot of other places, especially today we're talking about relationships. Right? And if you're telling me that is true, then is that the right way? What is the right way then?
There definitely will be obstacles when we put two different direction people, and in our context tonight, different faith
Okay.
people together. is equivalent if you put two persons of very different background or different social status together, they will also face the challenges.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, when you put two different social status people together, the church do not react that strongly against that kind of relationship,
Yeah.
even though they will face a lot of problems in the future because of the differences in status, simply because they're Christians. But why, when we talk about bring in religion, the church is reacting in such a big manner.
Overreaction.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. And we're not here to condemn those who are overreacting in this aspect, but we are trying to understand. And sometimes through this overreaction, we have actually portrayed a very negative image of who Christ is, because Christians are supposed to reflect Christ.
Yeah. Why when come to Christian relationship, we are so exclusive?
Why?
I'm asking you because you are so defensive just now.
I
Why
don't-
you're so defensive? You see, you don't even know why you're so defensive.
I
Can I give me
give me answer first. Give me answer first.
Okay.
I didn't defend.
You didn't defend me?
Yeah.
Then what were you doing?
Explaining.
Explaining.
Sharing my perspective.
Your perspective.
I did
Accept
not
each other,
defend.
accept each other.
Okay. That one later up when we end this. Now we can still don't accept first.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's why sometimes we feel like we're explaining things that we don't. Okay, don't get me wrong. I understand from the point of view of a Christian that why this is important. But sometimes we kind of neglect that when we think that it's important to us, we have to also contextualize or try to make this understandable to the people that might not share our faith. Every time I hear explanation or defenses, always from perspective of because God says so.
Then if you are the pastor of the church, if a couple come to you,
Yes.
a woman Christian and want to
Yes.
marry to a husband is not non-Christian, what do you do? Will you marry them
I will marry them.
in the church?
Yeah.
If the husband is not Christian?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need my explanation?
No need.
Okay, thank you. I will. The discussion get a bit heated. We should get some cold water. We'll come back in 5. Welcome back. We have refilled our water and released our anger.
You angry?
No, Enoch was angry.
Really?
Angry, yeah.
You angry?
I speechless.
You know chill one or you know chill one.
I mean, I'm thinking my face is very ugly one.
I know. Even not thinking also very ugly.
All the time.
Thank you.
God is good.
So, Victor?
You laugh
Alright.
one.
Now, we left on the mark where we talked about church, wedding, Christians and non-Christians, and the practices behind. But I want us to also understand that the Anglican practice, why we only allow Christian marriages, is because we would like to also use this requirement as a prerequisite or somehow a opening for the non-Christian to actually open up their hearts to try to explore what Christianity is through this marriage. And it will be a very good opportunity for the pastor itself to actually share the gospel. You know, maybe perhaps the non-Christian might never have crossed their mind to even explore what Christianity is. But now, since that I want to get married with this person and the church has this requirement that both must be Christians, then might as well let me try to explore what it really is. Let me go to church, listen to some of the sermons and read the Bible and see what it really is. And because of this requirement, of course, that this prerequisite has been a foundation to a lot of people coming to know Christ as well, globally throughout the ages. But the key now is, I think, all the misconception that has been transpired in the church context, maybe perhaps because the congregants might not, or the people attending the church might not understand the reason behind this rule that only Christians are able to be married in the church, do not understand that this is the opportunity to evangelize. And they take this as something, a hard fact, and just dump it down to their children without any logical reasoning or logical understanding. And when this kind of situation happens, a differing effect will happen. In a sense, they straight away say, okay, you are dating my daughter, you're not a Christian, I don't want you in. And for them, instead of evangelizing to them or finding opportunities for evangelism, or even if they force it down their throat, all these are actually defeating what the original design or original purpose is behind trying to evangelize to the non-Christians, taking relationship as one of the opening avenues as well.
I see. I too agree.
Agree two? Agree three?
And of course, we also have to look into another aspect is in the past, or even in the Bible, especially during the Bible time in the Old Testament, the father is the decider of what the whole family does or the culture of the home is. Very much dictatorial in a sense, where the father is the one that
Define their house
decides
religion.
and defines everything. And of course, in that context, then in the Bible it says you must always be together with people of the same tribe or same belief or same nation to prevent the influx of the worship of other gods into the context.
Okay.
Yeah, you imagine only the dad might have certain knowledge, the kids might not be exposed, the wife might not be exposed, so they might not know whether this is worshipping God or this is worshipping idol practice. They might not know. And we cannot even just look there. Even nowadays, there are practices that even sometimes Christians are confused what they are doing, whether it's actually in the worship of God or it's just a cultural inherited tradition, but in underlying it is the worship of idols. And to play safe, the safest answer is no to all practices.
This is just lazy thinking.
For example, we take Pokemon Go as a very basic example.
What is Pokemon Go?
A
Co-
game.
Pokemon
What's
Go.
Pokemon?
Pokemon is what?
Pocket Monster. Okay,
Monster is going to marry.
it's a game developed by a guy, and its concept is to catch all these monsters and keep it in your pocket. Therefore, Pocket Monster, Pokemon.
Wow.
And of course, in an interview with the founder itself, the founder, if I'm not wrong, might have uttered that this might have some demonic element or stuff like that in it, in the design of it. But nevertheless, when we look back, so is it sinful for a Christian to play Pokemon Go? Can my kids play Pokemon Go or Pokemon game itself? Now, if you ask me, playing the game, this is just one of the games that they might be exposed to elements, but they need not worship the elements. They're just playing the game.
Okay.
But as a parent, the safest bet to do is straight away prohibit them.
Okay.
And we see this whole thing happening in relationship as well.
Yeah.
Is it like also because of the excuses not spending time to understand the game meaning behind of it, to maybe play the game with the children, just stop everything, like what you say, one no to all, so that everyone are protected?
Yeah, correct. So the thing is, why are we playing so safe and not taking the time to understand and looking at the real principle or real aspect behind it, and actually focus more in the principles rather than just a very simple, no. And sadly speaking, what we see is sometimes non-Christians are treating our daughters better than Christians are.
You mean our daughters?
In a sense, if you get what I'm trying to contextualize now, yeah. Our daughters?
Our daughters?
Only I have daughter here.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean. And that is the thing
No, I
that...
don't. I don't understand what you mean our daughters.
Like, okay, for example, Christians in our church that are dating non-Christians, and the non-Christians are actually treating them better than their exes who were Christians.
Yeah.
And then they will start to think, is this still valid?
Right? That's my
Why
question.
do I have to force myself to be someone that treats me worse than the one that's treating me simply because of the name Christian? Yeah.
True.
And the funny thing, I've also seen married couples between Christian and non-Christian,
Yeah.
where everyone is always afraid whether because of marrying to a non-Christian will lead you further away from God or further away from church and stuff like that. And this person has shared to me before that it is the spouse who is not Christian that always look at the person and say, have you read your Bible today? I thought you need to read your Bible today. I thought you need to pray today. And the person has been encouraging this Christian party in this couple to be even closer to God.
Yeah.
And after that, sooner or later, both actually came to to church and to know Christ as well.
Wow. Okay.
So I sometimes find just a straightaway no, just because of
Whatever.
the title of religion.
Yeah, okay,
That is something very funny lah.
I think it's just it's just being injustice. And to be honest, that is the worst you can do.
To say just say no.
Yeah, just say no, and because I don't know, my thoughts.
Then just say
Simply
you guys,
because-
then just say you guys ask me a yes or no answer, you play me. You play me.
That's now different context.
Oh, okay.
Since when we don't play you.
That's a different context. Okay.
No, but because I want us to realize, as much as you know this principle, even after watching this podcast and stuff like that,
Okay.
inside whether you truly accept it or you still have that hint of,
You want to say something, Nasir?
prejudice or
Misconception.
Yeah, so you still have that.
Misconception.
It's a common struggle.
Yeah.
We're not here to give you what is the peer pressure should be.
Definitely not.
What if you're not talking about from the perspective of elders or parents or what if I'll give you an example. What if the couple made up of one Christian and a non-Christian, and the Christian partner wants and there's a hope that the non-Christian partner will eventually convert and became Christian. What if that is the case? And they already started the relationship without talking this out, but because of emotions and passion.
What?
I mean passion.
Okay, sorry. Passion.
Maybe
passion.
twice already.
Beat.
Means passion. You're just overwhelmed by the passion, right? Then they didn't talk about this. In the middle of the relationship, they found out that this might be a problem in the future. But because I really want my partner to be a Christian or whatever it is, then how should we do? Then that's not pressured by the church or the parents or what should we do?
I think this one is a
So
very.
that's what we do. What did you think?
What do you think, Victor?
I think
You think
what we should do
you should do?
is to tune in for next week's podcast. We're going to talk about that.
Yes. So
Really?
stay tuned for next week episode. We are going to expound this question from Alex. So please subscribe to Ignite FCC. Share this video. If you haven't watched the previous episode, watch it. Share to your friends. Share to your social medias. We're looking forward to see you. Subscribe, share, and make sure the ring notification button is always on so that you can get notified when you get the new episode out.
Post notification squad.
So should we do the last thing? Something drop. Oh,
Do what last thing?
we accept each other
Next week? This week?
this week.
Which week?
We can do once. It's okay. Because that's not he angry, ma.
Are you want to touch me? Okay, 1, 2, 3. We accept each other. See you next week.
Peace.